Hey guys, my name's Simon Kallu and I'm the UK partner in Tony Robbins Global Accounting Advisors. And in today's short video, I'm going to talk to you about how not to operate as a business owner, an entrepreneur, CEO or founder during these troubled times. People right now are in two camps as far as I can see it. They're either super entrepreneurial and they're thriving at the thought of this challenge and how can they be successful and take advantage of the opportunities that are around right now, or they're in another camp and they're stuck. But in both cases, I see entrepreneurs who I'm talking to day in, day out, making common mistakes. So I wanted to put this short video together for you guys, just some tips on how not to operate and mistakes that I'm seeing people make. So let's get into it. The first one is operating kind of with your head in the sand and not creating any kind of pivot strategy. Whether you're doing well, as I've said before, whether you're doing the same kind of business you were before, whether you're shut or in decline, there's tons of businesses. Last night I was on a webinar with Tony Robbins and Tyler McBroom for the US, and Tony presented some examples of businesses that are doing amazing right now. There was a bakery that had to shut, so I decided to set up online delivery and made these cool little cakes that are 2 to 4 people, so you can eat them at home with your family. And they had cool little slogans on the top, like, you know, don't sneeze and touch your face. That's not one of them, but I can't remember what they are. So, you know, they're just cool, and they use social media with the imagery and everything else, and they're doing more sales now than they were before. So that's same product, same market, different delivery. So there are different mechanisms that you can change in that. The next one is mindset around debt. So people have to, at this point, potentially take on debt through the coronavirus business interruption loan, which is interest-free for the first 12 months and potentially with no capital repayments. But they aren't even willing to think about that and have that thought in their mind because of their money mindset, their mindset that I need to get through this without any assistance. I need to get through this without any help. Every business that's been successful and really scaled has taken on debt at some time or another, I'm telling you. So it doesn't mean you're a failure in that during this period you have to go and take on debt. So another mistake is not shifting your mindset around debt. And then also not creating a financial plan. So in a business, you can't operate, even in good times, without a financial plan and a cash flow and be a successful business. Yes, you can create a lifestyle business, one where as an owner, you can remember what comes in and out of your bank account. But if you want to grow a real business and impact lives and have a substantial operation and get it to the point where you've got a team, and as a business owner, you can step away and live a life of freedom, doing what you want, with who you want, when you want, you need to have the dashboards in place so you can read the dials. And the first 2 things you should put in place before you start creating all these fancy dashboards that entrepreneurs love is a financial plan and a cash flow forecast. Okay, so you know exactly what's happening with the performance of your business versus your plan. You know where your destination is and how you're going along that route. Are you on track? Are you off track? You know what your cash flow, likely ins and outs, are going to be over the next days, weeks, months. So if you get this massive influx of cash from the loan, and also you've deferred all of your taxes by using the government tax reliefs, what do you think is going to happen in March next year when you've got 3 or 4 VAT bills to pay all at once, a personal tax bill, a corporate tax bill? You haven't maybe figured out your pivot strategy because you haven't been measuring the results of your pivot strategy, and you're hit with all this cash flow at once, negative cash flow. There's going to be this second wind of business failures, I predict, next year, and people aren't even aware of that. They're focusing on, okay, I don't have to pay this now, my cash balance looks great right now, but what does it look like in 6 months' time or 9 months' time? So hopefully those tips were helpful. Shift your money mindset around debt, number 1. Pivot, or I think that might have been number 2. Pivot is number 1. Shift your money mindset is number 2. And create a financial plan, detailed financial plan and cash flow, which you'll need anyway to access the debt funding. If this video, if you found it useful, please, all I would ask is that you share it, you like it. And one last thing, it's tonight we are having a webinar, or I'm having a webinar, co-hosting it with the Tony Robbins. So excited about it, I cannot wait. Absolutely buzzing to be on the same virtual stage as Tony. He's going to bring his wisdom. What's happening in the marketplace right now? How does that affect you as a business owner? What can you do to make changes and pivot strategically? That's going to be absolute gold. Second half of the webinar, I'm going to come in and talk about government reliefs, how you can access them. How do you make sure you can almost guarantee your chances of getting access to the funding, knowing whether you qualify or not. And how you can apply a pivot strategy to release hidden profit and cash in your business now. So the webinar's tonight. It's the 9th of April, it's Thursday at 6 p.m. Go to the link in my bio, or swipe up if you're looking at a story post on Instagram, and go and book in. Turn up to the webinar. It's time well invested as a business owner. It's free. The number one thing you should be investing in right now is knowledge. I'll see you there. Thanks, guys.